The video you're about to watch on this 2008 Lexus ES350 was filmed prior to my appointment coming in. Turns out their daughter saw the vehicle, the photos of it, I guess, and didn't really care for the vehicle, so we canceled that appointment. So as of the posting of this video, the Lexus ES350 is still available. This Lexus really is nice. I mean, this is the definition of what you would call a cream puff when you're talking about cars. 14,188 miles, a 2008 Lexus ES350. One owner, clean Carfax. The Carfax shows that on average he or she drove 861 miles per year. Literally nothing. Now, I don't know exactly the history of this car. However, it's safe to assume, based on condition, it was probably garage kept. You know, it really wasn't driven all that much. You know, again, 861 miles a year is next to nothing. So you can safely assume it probably hasn't seen much bad weather, snow, things of that nature, because a person driving 861 miles a year probably wouldn't go out in those situations or conditions. Let's see how she accelerates on Route 10 here. This is a 3.5 liter V6. It's 272 horsepower. It shifts nice and smooth. The brakes feel great. Even the wood grain, like on this wheel, it just feels good. Car tracks straight. There's a little curvature in the road here, or a little arcing in the road, but otherwise car tracks straight. It's quiet, it's smooth, and like I said yesterday, this vehicle is not going to last. I already took a deposit and basically sold it. So somebody yesterday saw the video and reached out. Now this morning when I got to work, I had about 4 emails on the vehicle. I had a couple leads through our system, and I had a gentleman who actually DM'd me through Facebook. He's the gentleman that we took a deposit on. He'll be here a little bit later today to take a look and see. But from what he told me, he's looking for a car for his daughter. He's been looking for something, and this is the car he thinks is gonna do the job. So hopefully when he gets here, he likes it. How it works in a situation like this is we take a deposit for travel time. Because he can get here later today, we take a deposit, we put the vehicle aside for him. This way, when he gets here, he's guaranteed that the car's here. Otherwise, we have 5 salespeople and 4 other locations that know this vehicle's available and are gonna try to, you know, get a deposit and sell it themselves. So the vehicle's now technically sold. Gentleman will be here later today, and I'm gonna take you around, do a little walkthrough when we get back to the dealership and show you really how nice this vehicle is. It rides fantastic. Like, you would never think that it's you know, what is it, a 2008, and we're in 2024. So do the math. How old is this car? You know, drop that in a comment, because I'm not really good with math. I'm really only kidding. I know it's a 16-year-old car. The only issue at the moment is there's a tire light on, which is the probably like the low pressure indicator light. We did put 2 tires on this vehicle, so I'm wondering if we just don't have the ability to program the sensors, or did they just forget to program the sensors? I'll find that out from the service department when I get back. We'll see what the situation is there. But you know, just driving this car right now, I mean, it feels phenomenal, and it's very confidence inspiring. You know, a lot of times you hop in a car this old and, you know, listen, you'd have issues, right? I don't foresee somebody having issues with this. Now, it is a, you know, a 16-year-old car, like I mentioned. It is sold as is, meaning there's no warranty given or implied. So if you buy this vehicle, you know, you're on the hook for it. If something goes wrong, there's nothing that the dealership's gonna do. Now, obviously we're a reputable store. We take a look at the vehicle. We did an oil change. We tested the battery. We do a once over. The one technician that was looking at it, I just talked to earlier, said when he had it up on the lift, no rust, it's dry. I'm gonna see if I can put the camera underneath and we can kind of pass over the vehicle to get a look for yourself, so you can see the undercarriage condition of the vehicle. But this is just really, it's what you would define a cream puff, a very well taken care of, low mileage vehicle that someone else will really get a lot of use out of. Gonna go to my usual spot up here by the pine trees, and we will take a closer look at the condition of this Lexus while we still have it here at the dealership, because again, most likely it'll be gone later today. When you're looking at a used car, one of the things you want to do is you want to make sure everything works, right? So let's run through it real quick. Back window works. Other back window works. Front window works. Front window works. Let's look at our sunroof controls. We got a tilt button. That works. Close. We got a slide button. that works. We have map lights, works and works. The power seat that I'm in works, forward, back, up, down, recline. We also have memory, and I'm sure that corresponds with the mirrors and the wheels. So let's go with our left mirror, that works. Right mirror, that works. And our steering wheel works. So let's set this as set, press and hold. Is that how you do it? Usually the Chevys would beep. There we go, press and hold both. So if I move each thing, let me move the seat, let me move the mirrors, just like that. If I press 1, it is now moving everything back the way I just programmed it. So our memory seat works. Here we have a park assist sensor button. We have our fuel and trunk doors to open, a little small, coin tray or compartment, and our panel dimmer, which also works. On the steering wheel here, we have some controls for volume. That works, up and down. You'll be able to change modes and also stations, things of that nature. Looks like it does have Bluetooth on the right-hand side here. Cruise control, which I cannot test, obviously, because we're not driving at the moment. Let's check out the wipers here. This, we're just gonna go down to low. Wipers work, mist works, so that's all good. Horn works. Hazards. Now, I'm not checking all the lights, obviously, because I'm inside the vehicle, but our service department does do that to make sure headlights and taillights and brake lights and, turn signals and hazards and everything works. The screen here, it does have navigation, as you can see, so you can set destinations, things like that. You have a button for climate where you can control on the screen. You have an audio button for your radio, a display button where I turned up the brightness because the brightness on this was very dim when I got in, and it was all the way down almost to the very bottom there. So we made that a little bit brighter. You have a menu button here where you have a couple different apps that you can do with some different menu settings, things of that nature. And this has a 6-disc CD changer. At least, you know what? I'm assuming it's a 6-disc CD changer. It does have a changer because it has a load button. And then your normal AM, FM. This even has a cassette. So for all you youngins out there, this is what we used to use, back in the day. It is so much nicer today, right? With like a smartphone. Like literally this device, we used to have like 20 different things to do what one device can do now. Still got the original push button sticker here for the ashtray and lighter, a couple of cup holders, and we even have heated and ventilated seats for driver and passenger. Now the one flaw that I can tell you about the vehicle that I found just in the short time that I'm with the vehicle today is this right here. I keep hitting that with my arm, and when I do, look, now it won't do it. When I do, it opens. So it's a little push button that opens this. And I guess when I have my hand on the wheel here, my elbow with the length of my arm fits perfect. And a couple times while I was driving, I did that. But, that's just something that you would get used to. Glove box, we got the original manual in here. Again, really just nice, clean car. Even have memory on the passenger seat. So far, I'm really liking what I see. So now let's look at the actual physical condition of the car, both interior and exterior. Looking at the interior, the vehicle's in very good shape. There's a couple little spots that have some wear, which is to be, expected on a 16-year-old vehicle. If you look at the dash, it's a little bit worn here. Again, it's just materials over time, but for the most part, extremely clean vehicle. The door panels all look very good. If we go to the back seat here, you can see, it literally looks brand new. You put this up against any car other than some slight little defects. Look at the carpets. Everything is just literally, it looks brand new. If we open the trunk here, you have the original cargo net, original carpets. I did open this before and I took a quick look, which I thought was pretty neat. They give you like a whole toolkit in different spots. So we got the little hanger here that we can hang our mat on, and then check it out. You got your jack, you have a lug lock. They give you a screwdriver, a set of pliers, your full-size matching spare, a couple more wrenches and a tow hook. So everything you would need to do any kind of basic little on-the-road repairs. Now, onto the exterior. There are some slight scuffs. This is the front passenger side of the bumper. No door dings, nothing like that. Just little scrapes and little scratches, things like that, but nothing major. I would say the biggest thing, a couple spots on the doors here. It looks like the clear coat is sort of failing in a couple spots, if that's even what that is. Our guys would have tried to buff this off and it didn't come off, so that's probably the worst of the car as far as what can be seen. And then on the trunk lid, you have something here too, sort of like a discoloration in the paint or the clear coat, which again, on a light color, it's barely noticeable. So just a very, very nice, clean car. With low mileage. If this gentleman coming today ends up buying this, I'm sure he'll get years and years of good use out of this. If we look under the hood here, you'll see that 3.5 liter V6, again, 272 horsepower. It's made it to a 6-speed transmission. This car gets 19 miles per gallon in the city, 27 on the highway. You know, very reliable engine. From what I've read and from what I've been told, these engines are known to go 220,000 miles, which is phenomenal. And again, we have one that's it's 16 years old. However, it's got very minimal driving on it, so it probably has a tremendous amount of life left in it. I looked online, kellybluebook.com. This car is 106,570 miles below the average mileage of comparable vehicles online right now. Last thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna slowly run over my camera and we're gonna see what the undercarriage looks like. So I'll go nice and slow. Hopefully it's light enough and you can get a good feel, an idea of what the underside looks like. Again, I'm in New Jersey, so a lot of times people talk about salt and snow and rust under vehicles. So here you get a little example of what this particular car looks like underneath. So what are your thoughts with all you've seen? How clean the interiors, the exterior, the undercarriage, the engine compartment, the options, the miles? What do you think? Would you classify this Lexus ES350 as a cream puff?